want to wipe it down with a leather strop?
I don't want to wipe it down with a leather strop. Good day!
I'm just cleaning Rob's bum rest for him with some cow bum skin.
It's not really helping.
It's not, it's just spreading it more, isn't it?
Oh, go on then. Fine.
Makes it look like you've done work. Look, I'm already fucking covered.
Oh, I haven't done any. I sat down and just puffed straight out.
Oh dear. Puffed right out.
Puffed right out. Hello.
Hello.
Only 5 minutes late today. That's not bad. And I remembered to turn the audio on.
That's good. That's good. Although we did just have some issues with it.
We did
we're all
have
good.
some issues.
We are all good. Yes.
What does that mean?
What?
That thing on the top, on the receiver.
That usually means it's not plugged in.
Oh.
Oh wait, that might have been when you unplugged to the last one. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's okay.
I mean, as long as it's coming through on here.
Well, why don't you?
I don't know if I've got the link.
So have a listen.
Hello.
Have a listen to ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you?
That's lovely.
Okay, cool,
Okay,
fine.
Good.
Ooh.
Good.
For a moment, I thought we were still muted.
Oh, that would have been funny. That would have been funny.
Oh.
Yes. What a lovely, eventful month it's been again.
It has.
It's been brilliant. But we got a video out, I think. What did I release? The coffee table.
Yes, you did.
What?
Oh, that feels like an age ago
Not
now.
the coffee table, it was another coffee table.
Another coffee table.
there's
Coffee. Yeah, we've
I'm
always
working
spoken
on
about the
another
renaming
coffee
of that.
table.
Yeah.
But that was good. Got that done, which is nice. We got a sponsor at the same one, that clothing sponsor, Huckberry. They're holding me to a video a month at the moment, which is a nice incentive to actually get videos done, although this month we're not going to manage it because of their fault.
It's their fault. It's going to be a big video, though.
It's a bloody big video. And what's it making? Picture frames.
It's really boring. I haven't watched the video.
25 minutes of picture frames.
So far.
So far.
So far.
Yeah. And what a rabbit hole it's turned out to be.
Yes, hence the thumbnail for the live stream being a certain new product, but I haven't said what it is yet.
Oh, yeah, that was the thumbnail, was it?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, let's just jump into that because that basically has been our life alongside mallets, of course, the coffee table, of course, and day-to-day dealings of troubles in the workshop.
So, the purpose behind this video that we're going to be releasing was picture frames are notoriously fucking annoying to make. Sorry, there's going to be swearing in this. They're really, really annoying to make in this workshop because my mitre saw doesn't lock at 45 degrees perfectly. My table saw doesn't have a sled yet, and I can't be asked to make one because
blaming your tools.
I'm going to end up replacing the table saw eventually, and there's no point in making a sled.
Said that for years.
The sander I have to set up with a 45 degree thing every single time in order to get a perfect 45 degree joint. And it's just like, to make a single frame, it's just this whole
rigmarole.
I
don't think I've ever used that
I've
before.
never said that either. That's quite nice.
Yeah, it's a very nice
good.
word.
So this video was, everyone's done picture frames, but this was about me trying to systemize it and figure out ways of making it speedier. And involuntarily, while doing it, I was using the Veritas speed clamps that they've got, which mine have started falling apart over the years. Bars are all bent, they're rusting, the brass nuts on them are, well, because they're brass, they're stripping. And I've only got one of them, and they cost 50 quid here in the UK. And I was like, well, this is the best way of clamping these together, because I did experiment with various other ways of doing it. These are the best ways of doing it. We've got a 3D printer. I'm going to print my own blocks. And that's what I did.
Yeah. And then they turned out so well.
Yeah.
That we've sort of gone down the product route.
We thought we'd spread the love a bit.
Yeah.
The 3D printer is going to finish in about
15 minutes, I think.
15 minutes.
Roughly.
So these ones here are M6 threads on them. 6mm for those of you in the US, about 1/4 inch. But we've got an M10 set being printed at the moment, which is about 3/8 inch. And we've also got a smaller M4 set, which is 3/16, I think.
I'll take your word
for
for it.
Disgusting. Just, why'd you do this to yourself? It might be 1/8 actually. No, 3/6. One of them.
One of them.
Smaller, medium, large, in different rod lengths and everything, because we thought we'd make it complex for ourselves.
Yeah, which it certainly is.
Which it really is. That's what Rob's been subject to all day.
Yep.
And carbon fibre infused blocks. It's not just plastic, although plastic did work perfectly fine, just literally base PLA that all 3D printers use. We've gone for a carbon fibre infused one just for added marketing value.
Carbon fibre infused PLA. So it is still plastic, reinforced with carbon fibre.
Yes.
And they are rather nice.
Yeah, complete overkill because normal PLA works, but...
Normal PLA is disgustingly strong. I really don't understand why anything else exists on the market, really.
Yeah, considering this is like under tension and everything. I mean, not a whole lot, it all equals out, but yeah.
It's not even solid infill.
No, it's not, no.
And I reckon you could do 10% infill on those and you'd still be fine. We're doing 50%. Because we like the weight of them.
Yeah, that's it. It adds some chunkiness value.
But
it works great. It's lovely. It's just like, you just look at this one's all glued up, but just that, take it out. The frame holds itself together. The Veritas one, the nuts on them are quick release. And so it's all very well tightening up for the first time, but as soon as you take it apart like this one would have already dropped off by now and fallen down this gap in the bench. I'd try to catch it and then I'd end up rolling the next one off.
Yeah.
It's convenient at times, but very inconvenient at others. So this is just another, it's another way of doing it. And you might say, okay, that's good, but it's quite annoying in terms of you can't quick release it. Well, instead of quick releasing the nut, you just unscrew it at the bit where the threaded insert is.
Yeah, did you even mention the threaded inserts?
No, there's threaded inserts in them.
There you go.
So you just unthread them at the other end, and then they just come apart like that. Take those off. You leave that threaded on there because there's no point taking that off, and it doesn't go rolling along the floor like the other ones. Mm-hmm. And you can put the blocks aside in a little box, which we'll also be providing.
Which we have to hand,
which
we can open up in a moment. Yeah, I'll get my phone out then.
Go on then. Yeah. So it was literally meant to be a picture framing video because we need some picture frames for home. We have this sponsor, and I was like, cool, sponsor, picture frames, easy video. They need to be done. Everyone likes making picture frames. Let's try systemize it. And then this happened.
Yes. And here they are in the box.
Here's my nuts. Look at that.
Nice black nuts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so perfectly foam laser cut here in the workshop. Everything's nice and neat and easy. So you can take them all out. You know exactly what you're missing when you're missing it. Keep them all stored like that. Super simple, really. Oh, and this is going to have washers as well. Just Matt forgot. Oh, sorry, timer went off for the printer. Matt forgot to tell me about the washers when I designed the bloody packaging. So now I need to redesign the packaging.
Yes, there will be washers as well.
Thank you so much, Matt.
My pleasure. I just like to keep people on their toes.
Yes.
And add undue stress where stress is not required.
Well, exactly.
But yeah, they're so handy. It's really nice.
Oh, you've done massive batches of picture frames now.
Yeah. I mean, and also with Type Bond, you only need to leave it like an hour or so in the clamps. So I had maybe 5 sets of these put aside for myself. 5 of them printing an hour at a time. I could get loads of them done each day. But yeah, it's very satisfying. And
did you mean 5 of them printing?
Sorry, 5 of them gluing.
Gluing, yeah. I was going to say, it's like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
I do. It's because we do more printing than gluing these days.
Yeah.
Also, shall I get the other ones that I did down?
Oh, go on then. Go on then.
Because we got a.
Yeah.
It's like evidence now, isn't it? Just in case someone steals the idea.
Exactly.
It's like we've got something that we can. We got proof now that we've already thought of it.
You did a really great job at narrating your choices there.
Thank you.
You really cleared things up from here to there and back again.
Hexagonal sets.
Look at that.
This one's a bit more annoying too, but once it's in position, it's really good. Obviously, we can then do pentagons. I've designed a triangle set.
Have you?
Yeah, it's like. But what I like is, so Dan, our employee, he does a lot of hexagonal stuff. He's got preset sizes for his designs, so you could literally just leave that on the wall, all pre-assembled, just on a hook, and it's just ready to go.
Oh, add-on products.
What?
Hook. A threaded hook to put on your top one,
so
that it hooks easier. Because you won't be able to put your thumb in there when you've actually got a frame in position.
No. Oh, I see. Like a little hangy thing.
Yeah.
That would be cute.
Yeah. Keeps it out of the way of your workbench, ready on to the next one. You just hang it up along the washing line.
That would be very cute. See,
Which is what I heard you tried to do the other day.
Yeah, we did.
And apparently they all slid and clashed together.
He dobbed me in, yeah. Yeah, I was finishing all of these frames in Osmo, and I was like, oh, if I just thread a load of paracord through it and then just leave them hanging like that'd be fine. Turns out, like, 50 frames is really, really heavy. So I hung them and then it just went, and they all slammed together. Yeah, Dan dobbed me in there.
He did. Well, it's because I saw the washing line of laser fiber filters just hanging there. I was like, oh, that was a clever idea. Whose idea was that? And then the story unfolded.
Yeah, expanded, yes.
Stuff by Neil Smith says they look good, and I suppose you could just buy longer rods to make bigger frames.
Precisely. Yep. Yep. So we're going to offer them in different. Sorry. Pardon. That was stuck. We're going to offer them in different length rods. So I think these ones, we're provisionally saying 500mm length and 300mm length rods.
Yes.
Or a mix of both if you want to do rectangular frames. Not that you need to do that because you could just use the equal length rods. But we'll do that. But we will also offer probably a broader range of sizes as we get our systems in place. And then once we offer M10 versions, because literally the M10 ones take about 5 hours to print. Once we offer those, we'll obviously go to greater lengths, maybe up to like a meter, if you're doing big, like poster size frames and stuff, or if you're, like, I don't know, framing something for the V&A museum, I don't know. Like big M10 ones will come in greater lengths, and then the smaller M4 ones would be really good for like model making and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, you know, it's a standard length thread. If you've just got these laying around, we were saying you can just message us and you can just buy the blocks on their own if you want.
Yeah, yeah. So I've just put into the chat, I've put a link to this product. So at the moment we've only got, I should say it somewhere, 12 in stock, because literally that's all we've managed to print so far of the M6 variant. Next week I'll get the M4 and the M10 variant up as well, alongside different options for the lengths of rods there. We might in the future also do custom length rods. We just got to figure out the process behind that. It's from a website point of view, that bit's fairly easy. It's actually from us dealing with it and chopping stuff up manually is the complex part there.
We need a new machine.
Exactly. So as Matt said, well, if you click on the link, they come with the rods as is. But if you want just the plastic corners and the nuts and the washers just in this little box without the rods and save on shipping and a bit of cost, just email me, rob@mattesley.com, and I'll sort that out for you, because it's been a nightmare to have two different products, and right now it's not feasible to have that functionality on the website. It sounds stupid that doesn't exist, but I'm not going to go into the reasons why. But if you want it, it is available. You just gotta email me for it.
Yeah.
There was a question that said, Anil, consider using PETG as PLA sucks over time. Some PLAs degrade a bit and become brittle, and if you keep it in the car in the summer, it'll soften. Don't keep your picture frame jigs in the car. Matt would do that.
I noticed that, I heard that in Jonathan Katz-Mo's story, he uses PETG instead. We can look at getting carbon fibre infused PETG if they offer it, but
it's harder to say though, that's my concern.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We will see. We just had good, like, honestly, we have really good results from these, even just standard PLA.
Yeah.
And I used them a few times, and we really wrenched these round just to see if they would last.
And they're a dense infill. They're not they're not completely hollow where you're going to get a lot of hot air and or humidity. It is pretty dense as it is. Educated Numpty said you could also use. Oh wait, no, sorry. Before I get to yours, Educated Numpty, Anil followed up with, would you consider selling hardware plus STLs for us to print? Yes.
We are going to put the blocks as a free download on the various platforms. So we'll do it on Thingiverse, Maker World, which I think is the Bamboo Labs platform.
Seems to be, yeah.
And also free download from our website as well. So if you want to make them yourself, if you've got a 3D printer, you can do that.
Yeah.
You'll obviously just need to melt in the threaded inserts.
So that's a question there, but we actually haven't spoken about yet. Anil's saying, would you consider selling the hardware plus STLs for us to print? So the nuts, the rods, and the threaded inserts.
Yeah.
Without these.
Oh, blimey. So the backwards bit. Oh, okay, yeah.
So theoretically, we could.
We could. Yeah, it's just another variation.
Yeah. That one we could do far easier in terms of just having it as a product on the side rather than with no rods and yes rods and all this sort of stuff, because it negates the 3D printing part. It's turned into a business meeting.
Yeah. Although that said, just to be completely transparent, it's probably easier for you to just get the hardware from like Screwfix and Amazon.
Yeah, but think about the profit margins we could have. we could do 400% markup on this. What are you doing? Stop ruining the business.
We're offering free downloads for the product that we're...
Yeah.
Yeah. You might as well make it free.
I don't agree with the free downloads. No.
Right. So Screwfix, they do... These rods, actually, these exact ones are from Screwfix. They do a pack of 5 for a few quid, I think, at 300mm length. Those nuts, Amazon, very cheap. I've ordered loads of them, but yeah, Amazon, you can get it all very cheap elsewhere. So you might as well just
We did so well the other week with advertising whatever product, the plain screwdriver.
The plain screwdriver,
when it was completely useless, and now you're just completely wiping out every other part of this.
Wait, I'll end up doing that thing where I accidentally start selling it again.
Well, yeah, true.
And start talking about the time and everything and setting up your printer. Like if you're working with an Ender and not a Bamboo Labs, then you're going to struggle.
Yeah, you're not going to get the same finish.
Yeah, does your 3D printer have the ironing layer on top that ours has?
That's a good point.
And are you aware that an ironing layer is very different to actually ironing PLA with an iron, like we definitely tried?
That must have originally been a thing. That must have been why it was called ironing.
It worked
like
really
as a
well.
feature later.
It worked so well.
It did work very well. And they won't have a fancy box, so, you know, trying to store things.
And one of the biggest critiques of the Veritas one was that it doesn't come with a storage box, and you can very easily lose stuff, especially those nuts that like to go rolling along the floor. So, you know, you wouldn't get that either.
No.
You see I'm bringing it back around now.
Yeah, we're back level now.
Yeah. But that said, there is also the other variants as well, like the hexagonal ones that will do a download for, triangular ones, pentagon ones. It's easy enough to do. So yeah, we'll have those available as well.
Yes.
One thing to note, the insides of these jaws as well, just in case there is any flex with them, which there isn't because of the infill, but just in case there is, the insides of these are actually 89 degrees rather than 90 degrees. They are 1 degree under what they should be, just to allow them to like spread slightly as pressure is applied. So yeah.
They work very nicely.
Yep, it closes up beautifully. So accidental new product. Sorry about that, but it made sense. And
yeah,
I mean, if you're in the UK, you'll see that the price is literally half that of what you'll get of the Veritas. So
yes,
for the complete kit, that is. That's not even, if you're getting the free one, then it's free. Right.
Yeah. If you've already got the components, which you might do.
Yeah, that's it.
And then just the rest of it. Educated Numpty said you could also use them on boxes if you buy 2 sets for top and bottom.
Precisely. I have got the boxes there. Well, the frames.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I don't need to show it. Yes, you can. You just stack them up.
Don't forget we had that idea about that.
Oh, yeah. Did we figure that out, how you could do it?
Yeah, you'd have like an extra bit out here to have another...
that was it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Business meeting again.
R&D meeting. This is what Patreon's for.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Exactly. Stuff by Neil Smith said, you only have 11 now, has just ordered a 500mm one. Shit, I need to buy some packaging.
Legend.
Neil, yours might come wrapped in cardboard. Oh, this will be nice.
Yeah.
To be fair, it'll all still be nice. It's just fun. Well, it turns out it's really difficult to work out how to package rods because they're really thin and really long, and no one really makes packaging for that sort of thing. The closest you get to is like poster tubes, and they're far too big in diameter, and then you struggle to actually fit this in with it.
Yeah.
So we've found some tube on a roll, which is kind of interesting.
There must be a tube like that diameter that could slot in with the rods.
It might do for this size.
Yeah.
Now that we know that they fit in this box, because we were going for a square box originally.
Oh, of course.
So it might work for this, but you then do also have a lot of space around these that then you've got to infill and pack and all that sort of stuff. So this could work.
Yeah.
But once you get to M10s, you are screwed.
M10s at 1 meter long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something to figure out. But we like to figure these things out on the fly rather than all at once.
Yeah.
Makes things more fun then.
Yeah.
But thank you, Neil.
Anil says he's going to print his in polycarbonate and carbon fibre.
Very nice.
That's
Very
rather
nice.
sophisticated.
We tried, what did we do? We did it in a nylon equivalent.
Yeah.
Was it carbon fibre nylon or was it glass fibre?
No,
it was carbon fibre because the Veritas is glass fibre nylon.
Yeah.
But we didn't quite get the layer, like the finish wasn't quite as good.
Yeah,
was
it was quite a rough finish.
Yeah.
It'd probably work all right, but it's one of those things where if you're selling it, it just doesn't look that good.
Although if we really dried it out, we might get a better result from it. We could try it again.
Might get better results. I think what we'd end up having to do is run the printer probably 5 or 10% slower.
Oh, that was the other thing. It was really slow. Yeah.
Yeah. But like we only own one printer. We don't have a printing farm here. So literally every single one of these that exists came from the one place. And like these we can print, what was it, 4 a day? 4 during a work day? The M10s we can print 1 during a work day.
Yeah.
And the M4s, I'm thinking
they're about an
6 or 8.
Hour and a half, I think.
I think it might be 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're trying to find the balance between strength, which we know these have strength without a shadow of a doubt. Aesthetics, they look really nice, no matter what side you're looking at, and speed in which it prints.
Yeah.
So far we found that balance. We haven't yet tried the wood PLA though.
No, that would be interesting. That's another thing as well, though. If you like, you can also just make these out of plywood. I show that in the video.
Oh, cool.
You just shove some threaded inserts into it, and it also works. The ones I made did not look pretty because I threw them together in 10 minutes, but they worked fine. So yeah, that is the other option. If you don't have a 3D printer and you don't want to buy these ones, you just
make them yourself.
Do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically what the video is about. It's like all the different ways you can do photo frames, which is why it's 25 minutes long and has taken 4 weeks of my life making photo frames. But they look nice.
They do look nice. I'll give you that.
And I've got some really fun tools. I've got like a tacker tool that, you'll see it in the video.
See it in the video. Spoilers. Cranston Family says, not to rain on the new product parade, but did you try painter's tape instead of the clamps?
Painter's tape, yeah, you don't get the pressure to close up the miters as well as you can with clamps like this. So I tried painter's tape.
Is there an issue with slippage as well? Like with it, because these are essentially holding it in place, whereas if you're doing painter's tape.
Yeah, I mean, it does work. So you basically lay it out on the table flat and then stick these around the corners, and then when you fold it up, it sort of holds itself together.
Oh, okay.
It does work, but it's not, when you're looking to get joints like seamless, it's just, it doesn't quite do it.
Right.
Doesn't quite do it. At least in my experience and with the methods I've got here. Like, I don't know, if you've got a super tuned table saw with a really nice clean cut and you can get a really good 45 degrees, maybe you could do that. But for me, I was finishing them up on the sander with like a 60 grit disc on it. I just need a little bit of extra pressure from these to close things up, and it does. But it depends on that and also what level of quality finish you're going for.
Oh, that's a dig. That's a dig.
Right,
Cranston Family, he just called you bad at woodwork.
One of the methods I do show, over there, like, let me grab them. I will not trip on this cable.
Thank you.
Are they these? No. These? Yes.
Oh, there. God, those things.
Yeah, remember them?
Yeah.
And also this thing.
Oh dear. Okay,
Yes.
at least that requires pressure to function.
Yeah. So this one, I spent a fair bit of money on this. This shoots those V-nails that you sometimes see on the back of mass-produced frames. And like, these are meant to clamp it all together, close everything up, and obviously you don't need to mess around with gluing it as well, because it just holds itself together while the glue sets. But even that, even though it did pull some of them together, it doesn't close up that final dark line that you see compared to something like this, or even like those band clamps that you have where it's like a ratchet thing and you tighten it. Just things like that where you've actually got pressure, give it that little bit extra that things like painter's tape, things like this can't do. Even these little spiky things, I would say, work better than painter's tape, and these were really, really cheap. The only downside is they just leave 2 little marks on the outside that you need to steam out.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that they'd be spiking in, and I knew it'd be absolutely awful for that, but I didn't realise, I didn't think about the steaming element.
I think is that glued? Yeah, I mean, you can see there's nothing
Yeah. Yeah.
Once it's sanded, there's a little step there. But like, yeah, these work really well as well.
Added benefit, looks like a penis.
That is definitely a benefit.
Yeah, always.
So, not against painter's tape, but it's just not for me. I like squishing.
Yeah. Graham said, yeah, I do have a nice old Powermatic table saw I use for painter's tape method, and Michael Alm's sled. I also spline the miters.
Ooh, yeah. Splining them as well.
Is that just where you do a little chop in the top and put a little piece of wood inside it? And yeah.
Look at you. You know what that is? Yeah. Damn. Yeah. A little bit of veneer or something in there as well. So, yeah.
Very nice. Well, I'm going to grab the M10s.
You're going to grab the M10s?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey doing this, but I've got a bunch of photo frames now, which is really nice. Got a nice systemized process for it, at least until I upgrade table saw. Hopefully to something like you have there. Is it Graham? Yes. Look at these chunky boys.
Oh yes, your dinner is served.
Oh, thank you. Oh, they've come out well, haven't they?
They've come out very well.
These are the first ones we've done, actually, of the finished design. Should I get the inserts as well and see if they snap in?
Yeah, go on then. I'll get a little shot of the. Where are you? Sorry, just lost my camera. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, 5 hours of printing for those 4. Really, oh, they're nice and warm. Nice weight, and if I can get the focus, come on. Hello. Oh, well. Oh, I can zoom in. Can I? Yes. There you go. So bearing in mind that's the top layer, and I'm also zoomed in, so everything always looks worse when you're zoomed in. Sides, albeit dusty already because I put it on the workbench. Look at that for an edge. And then the base. That is such a lovely finish off of the what's this plate called?
The Super Tack.
Super Tack plate. Yeah, because we did have an issue with a couple of them shifting around, but now I see exactly where they are. Here we go.
Oh, that's going to be snug.
Did you get your pop? Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it.
So then you just get a soldering iron in there, and it melts the PLA around it slightly, and then these 2 reverse threads come in, and that's what locks it in place.
That is very cool.
It's beautiful. Yeah, we got the M6 ones to make a really nice snap as they go in. This is going to take just a bit more.
It's a little bit more dense.
Yeah. Oh, they are good.
That's some juddery footage.
Yeah.
How long will the M10 be? The M10s go up to 1 meter. Is our current sort of thoughts. It's essentially a 2, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was a big frame.
Like proper poster. Proper poster size.
I feel like we might, I don't know, are we going to offer them without rods first, just to make shipping easier?
If it's a UK order, we can do shipping all right, I think.
Okay, yeah.
It's when you get to the US, I think it might prove a little bit challenging cost-wise.
Yeah.
But we'll have to double check. Either way, we will try and make these all available without rods at some point in time. But going back to my issue I was having earlier, really briefly, it's because we only have one 3D printer. We have a limited stock, which means that if I have this SKU with rods on the website and I have another SKU without rods on the website, they both rely on these being in stock. Now, if we only have literally, 11 now, because Neil bought some. If we only have 11 sets of these, and I say there's 11 here and 11 here, and both sell out, well, we now actually are at a deficit of 11.
Yes.
They don't talk to each other. So we need to build up stock levels to enable them both to be able to sort of exist together.
Yeah, yeah.
Hence the issues.
We've already considered buying another 3D printer, but...
Yeah. We'll have to ask Bamboo Labs very nicely.
Yes, we will. But they've come out nice. They're really cool.
Yeah, they've done very well.
We'll give them some testing. We'll give them some welly.
Yeah.
And see how much pressure they can take.
I want to know what M size it would take to make a frame for the Patreon wall.
That would be cool. That would be good.
An M40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just a block.
A block of, yeah. I think M12 you can like reasonably get decent sizes for.
I want to know what size corner you would have to print to use the entire reel in one go.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably figure that out, couldn't you? Could you just...
I reckon so. You could just scale it up.
Scale it up, yeah. Yeah.
And then export the STL and measure the circle, presumably.
Yeah. But there we go. That's what a simple picture frame project that was meant to be nice and easy so I could catch up on other things has culminated to.
Yes.
Literally, it was meant to be like, I'll spend 1 week doing these picture frames, done. Then I have 3 weeks that month to just edit the video and then catch up.
Mallets.
Sort out mallets.
Sort Freud coffee table.
Sort out the coffee table. Maybe work on the van, you know. I've been doing picture frames all month.
Yep. And we have checks. We should be right on the patterns.
Yes. Yeah.
Before you worry about it.
We did a lot of checking. It's not patented whatsoever.
No. They're just corners.
Yeah.
Hence why we can offer them for free. We suggest you can make them for free and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely.
They exist.
So
Very
yeah,
nice.
That's what's happening. Speaking of mallets, progress is happening on them, fortunately.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, we've got Dan and Adrian doing that, sort of doing things in the background, creating a deficit or a credit for me. What is it? There's a thing.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm the pinch point in the process again because I've got to start curving the faces, which I managed to get about, 50 or 60 done? Something like that. Before the jaws that I have been doing have been using on my lathe gave out, and basically I had 3 or 4 explosions, like leadwood explosions in a row.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll call it quits here before I lose my face or my mind. So we started making new jaws, and we thought we'd make the process even more dangerous than it already is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Well, yeah. But is it not less likely then to explode?
Yeah, well, I guess so. Hopefully. It could be.
Because now it's metal reinforced. However, if it does explode, you have a nuclear bomb on your hands.
I really do, yeah. So part of the issue with the old jaws, I think, is as I've tightened them over time, they've sort of gone in and they've splayed out to the point where the mallet the mallet head is only clamped on the bottom. So when the top is being routed, it's basically like moving around in the jaws. So I had the great idea of firstly remaking the jaws, shoving some massive bolts through the entire thing.
From front to back.
Yeah, I haven't done all of them. It basically goes through the wood jaw plates at the back. So big button jaws going all the way through. And add a Jubilee clip around the outside, just to like bring that top back into being parallel and really lock this.
We have realised how dangerous that's going to be spinning at high RPM. That metal blur, a Jubilee clip known for being sharp and solid metal, just when it's at a standstill.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you hold your knuckles out and I'll swing it into it.
Well, that's what I'm trying here. It's like, you do that. I keep missing it though.
Oh, I heard that.
Ow!
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot.
The advantage is if it's quick enough, I won't feel it. Until
True.
That was instant, like right on my knuckle.
And if it's quick enough, you won't even have to worry about healing time because you won't have a knuckle to repair. It'll just be gone.
Which way does it spin? It goes that way. Okay, yeah, I can already my hands don't go anywhere near that bit because they're both hands.
Jinx after jinx after jinx.
Both hands are already on the router tower, clinging onto it for dear life, so that doesn't run away. So this should be safe.
Okay, no, that's a fair point. You are completely up the opposite end of the lathe.
Yeah, it's just in a lapse of concentration if I just decided to stroke it.
Yeah, you need like a laser running across that bit where it's like activated straight to the plug. Where if you cross a threshold, it's
like saw stop, but for the lathe.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think this will be the key to do it though.
It looks great.
Yeah, I think it'll work. Like the version after this will probably be, I don't see any other way of improving this other than to use better quality plywood for it. Mm-hmm. But even this stuff that's not necessarily the best quality, even if there is a risk of it delaminating or whatever, these bolts going all the way through it, there's 6 of them on each jaw eventually. There's no way it can pull itself apart. So
I've got another improvement.
What?
More Jubilee clips.
More Jubilee clips.
All the way down.
Yeah.
Just make it a metal cage.
Every change of the head will take me 5 minutes to do. Yeah. So I'll have to unlock all of them.
Hey, it's faster than doing none.
It is true, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. Progress is happening with that as well. But it's, yeah, as always, things are not simple.
Yeah. But we are, on a percentage scale, how confident do you think we are that we're going to dispatch or get on the website and let people know who have pre-ordered that we'll get the mallets out, this isn't explaining anything, by the end of the month? Or at the start of next month? Like first. I want it on the first of the latest.
75%.
75%, okay.
I can, yeah, as long as it all goes swimmingly
Okay,
well.
May is the month of the mallets.
Mallet month.
I think we said that last year.
Yeah, it probably was when the first ones got released, to be honest.
Yeah, it probably was. Was it the end of June or the end of July when we actually took the pre-orders?
End of July.
Okay, so maybe we can aim for...
I think.
Shall I have a look?
No.
I'm looking.
Oh, God.
All I need to do is go to Royal Mail because they're still waiting for dispatch. Here we go. 130 not dispatched orders. 1st of July.
So it was the end of June.
End of June. We've got to get the pre-orders out before the anniversary.
That's disgraceful.
We never wish for this.
No.
No, not...
Next month's project will be simpler. I will do it in like a week.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any products that I can develop around that one.
Do you think you can get the Freud coffee table out next month?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I said I'd get it done in November.
Because that is... Wait, how long is that? That'd be a year and a half since we agreed to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shocking.
I don't...
You know, I left Bosch to come to a company that I thought would actually be a little bit more agile, a little bit more quicker on their feet, actually get shit done. Turns out you're slower than Bosch.
It feels that way sometimes. I just don't know how things take this long.
You don't have multiple agencies that you're paying an exorbitant amount of money to do the job for you.
That'd be it. There you go.
There you go.
I'll take that as my excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? We've hired multiple more people.
Yeah.
You're not like the fifth. Well, to be fair, most of the marking knives you don't have to deal with now either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like there are so many different processes that were slowing you down, and yet,
yeah,
like there's still this chain against your ankle, being your creation of new products.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It's proving fun. What I need is another late night session series of sprints like the plane screwdrivers. That was what got us ahead before Christmas.
I give you permission to do that for the mallets.
Next week from Wednesday onwards, I will be.
I need the mallets.
What is that?
That's too late. I need them on Wednesday.
You need them. No, you said the first. I'll get them done. I'll pull an all-nighter.
If you pull an all-night one, so long as they're ready at 9 a.m. on the first, so that I can get them online.
Oh, yes.
I got to take photos and videos and upload them.
That sounds like you're the bottleneck there, mate. I've done my bit.
You haven't done your bit.
Oh, goodness me.
Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts.
That's all we can go off at the moment.
Yeah. So I had a few questions in here. Neil Smith said he'll do a review on his channel. Thank you very much. That'd be kind of you for the jigs. Logic Weaver said, I'll have to see if I can find metric all thread in the US. I'm sure someone sells it.
So we might do imperial versions as well. It's easy enough for us to do. We've got to tweak some sizes. But yeah, have I ordered them yet? No, I think I've got some imperial threaded inserts coming, maybe, to do some testing. But yeah, basically we'll start offering imperial versions because I know it's difficult to get metric thread out there.
What part's the limitation on that? Well, one, I guess, if we can get, we can get imperial threads in the UK.
Yeah.
But the shipping to the US isn't going to be friendly.
No. It's not going to be. If you're in the US, it's probably not worth buying the metric one. I mean, you can if you.
Well, you say that we don't actually know when we're going to do the imperials.
We don't know when we're going to do the imperials. Also, so from a cost perspective, it might still be cheaper for you to get the Veritas one in the US. I developed these because in the UK, this set costs like 50 quid, 45 to 50 quid. The Veritas equivalent, that is. In the US, I think it's still like 25 quid.
It's about 25,
plus shipping.
Yeah.
So it might still be cheaper. You will still have to deal with the fucking annoying brass nuts that they offer.
The huge length of rod that you probably won't need.
Yeah, there's a few downsides to it.
You won't be able to get M10 variant.
You won't be able to get M10.
Or an M4 variant.
Yeah, or an M4 variant. So there's things like that we'll eventually get to that they won't have. But if this is the first time you've seen this product, you think it looks really cool and actually this size is perfect and you're in the US, have a look at the Veritas one on Lee Valley first, because I think it will probably be better for you.
Alternatively, find a friend who has a 3D printer.
Yes, all that. Because we'll do Imperial files that you can 3D print as well.
Yes.
So,
yeah. They'll all be on the website, all for free, in the next couple of weeks or so.
Eventually.
The extra variations of metric, the M4 and the M10 will be out next week. But in terms of the actual files, they will come out with the video.
Yes. Which might be next week as well.
Which might be next week. We're just waiting on things to arrive.
Yes. Yes. So lots of fun stuff.
Indeed. Educated Numpty said, have the tariffs and dollar to the pound... Has the tariffs... Educated Numpty, get educated. Has the tariffs and the dollar to the pound is going up affected orders to the States?
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. It's just it's happened, so you can't really do much about it. It's like, yeah.
It's really awkward to work out how well, it's really difficult for us to work out who pays for it. Because technically the price the tariff, I think, is paid in the US by the customer when it arrives on their doorstep by the postal service.
Yeah.
I think it's at that stage. So technically our prices don't change in that regard.
No.
Because we're not paying the tax.
Yeah, and Shopify isn't adding it automatically to their cart, assuming.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like it gives me flashbacks to Brexit. It's just we don't really know what's going on. We're just going to keep sending stuff and see what happens.
Speaking of which, I've seen that Ireland's increasing its security or whatever with its postage. We got to apply more stuff to it.
You're kidding?
Nope.
It's already like trying to get stuff into Fort Knox there anyway. It's Ireland. There's nothing there.
It costs.
Why are you that high on security? You've just got like marshes and cliffs. They do have Guinness. They do have Guinness. All right, fair play. Fair play.
It costs as much to get a marking knife to Ireland as it does to get a marking knife to the US.
Yeah. Yeah. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I love Ireland. I don't like your customs though.
No.
Horrible people.
To be fair, Brexit happened before I joined Bosch? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was, while at Bosch, we were having issues with Ireland as well. So it's not just small companies, it's everyone has issues with Ireland.
That's actually quite good to know.
Yeah.
That is good to know.
Yeah.
So we don't know. It's like there's only so much you can do until we start getting like big red email messages saying we need to sort something out. It's just like it's business as normal until that happens, pretty much.
Until we start seeing that every sale is losing us huge amounts of money.
Yeah, or we start getting packages turn up back at our door because things haven't been paid, like some of our European orders do. It's
Luxembourg,
Germany.
Germany's not as
Germany
bad
is
as
behaving.
I think we solved a lot of that.
Yeah, Germany are behaving. The Germans are behaving. The Irish, though, are not.
Typical Irish.
Bloody just...
They're probably just drunk at customs, anyway. As I would be if I was working in customs. It's regardless of what country you're in, I'd be getting drunk if I worked in customs.
Yeah, exactly. Well saved.
I think, thank you. There's nothing to save myself from, thank you.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so...
It's funny. I don't even know. It's all this stuff that like happens in the background this is why we're so slow on getting shit done. It's like we end up. It's okay. We've designed a product. didn't take too long in the grand scheme of things to design. It's not too complicated. The 3D printing happens in the background. In terms of the packaging, we're quite good at that now, so that was nice and quick. But then you start talking about shipping, and it's like you've lost hours of your work days. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And Neil said that I'm getting cancelled.
Being cancelled is the cool thing to do these days anyway.
Exactly.
So
exactly. There's been a few comments about the Jubilee clip. Logic Weaver suggested instead of a Jubilee clip, zip ties.
Zip ties. It's a one-time use. And I don't think I'll get the pressure I need.
No, it would be really difficult to grip it and pull it.
Yeah, yeah.
Anil said a 3D print a plastic cover.
Yeah, all very well, but I have to unclamp that every single time in order to take the jaws out. To take the head out. So I think something like that will probably be needed, but I just have to factor in a thing that I can take off easily to change, and also something that isn't going to fly off when this is spinning at a few hundred RPM.
Yeah, and technically it's got to be kind of aerodynamic in the sense that if you're printing a 3D printed cover to put over top of it, that could just be as sharp as the metal in the first place.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're going to have it streamlined so that if you do hit it, you'd be all right.
I could actually add like a permanent ramp or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, like a ramp either side.
Like a deflector.
Yeah, but you've still got to be able to... Oh, but yeah, you can have a ramp with like a little tunnel.
Yeah.
A little...
Well, this can go around the other way if needs be, so I could just tighten it. Like if it.
Well, I guess if it's spinning only one direction.
It spins that way. So if I just turn the Jubilee clip that way.
Yeah.
Ramp there.
Yeah. So then as it comes round, the worst thing you do is just graze off a ramp. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Done.
There we go.
Beautiful. Right. I might add that on version 3. I'm gonna.
Let's go finish version 2 first.
Yeah. That's nice though. That is a good idea. Ramp.
Chris has got to run. So goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
Good to see you in the chat, as always. We'll have to run fairly soon anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Logic Weaver says... Oh, well, Chris previously said tariffs are paid by the importer, which should be us.
Yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Logic Weaver said apparently there are tariff exemptions for some things under a certain dollar amount. I think you can check based on some sort of product code. I think they're taking that away. It used to be under the price of $800 you could import stuff into the country without tariffs. That was just across the board.
Oh, wow.
And that's been removed. So it's like, screw you, if you pay... Yeah, it's a 10% tariff currently on the UK, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's we'll just have to see. I haven't actually heard... Are they in action yet?
I assume so.
Yeah. I just haven't heard, like... I haven't seen news stories about people in the US saying, oh, now I'm paying 10% on everything that I'm getting from this country. No,
I don't think I have either, thinking about it.
But maybe it's not newsworthy.
Yeah, then again, going back to Brexit, when was that ever in action? It was like a series of phases, wasn't it? Of like certain things happened. Deal, no deal.
You weren't really sure where
deal. I think it's just going to slowly become a permanent way of being, and we're not going to quite know how we got there.
Hey, at least we're not based in the US trying to purchase stuff from China.
Yeah, that would be tricky.
Have you seen the stuff about the rare earth magnets as well?
No.
Completely banned. Like,
what?
Yeah, in the trade war, China has blocked all purchase of rare earth magnets by any business in the US.
They figured out some sort of gravitational thing. They're keeping them all to themselves. They've done it.
Or they just know, well, yeah.
Well done, China.
Well done, China.
No, you win. You win. All right. First to escape the solar system.
I mean, they will. They will be the first.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder how much of the SpaceX parts are made in China. Like, built in the US, fine. But how many components? Like, how much? If the tariffs are, 160% or something crazy? Like, that might be a little cost to getting out of the solar system. China wins again.
China.
What's this turned into?
Another off the rails live stream.
Yeah. Sponsored by China. Sponsored by the Chinese Communist Party. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So, has there been much else?
No, I mean, we haven't done anything on the strops because we can't pay for the diamonds yet.
Yeah.
We did speak about the strops in the last live stream.
We did speak about the strops. If you didn't know, we're designing some strops. Matt was trying some fancy cow leather before. He's now got some horse ass.
some horse ass leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the product name on the website? Horse ass strops.
I think it
by
should.
Matt Esley.
It should. It should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
We should really play on that. Yeah. There's like a certain leather. It's a company in the US called Horween. Horween. It sounds better when the States people say
You did pretty good accent though on that last.
Horween. Yeah, but there's like a certain accent in the US as well that it works really well with, but I don't know what accent it is.
That's going to be a deep South cowboy.
It is, yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, Horween leather, genuine shell cordovan. But they say cordovan.
Oh, cordovan.
Yeah,
No.
cordovan. Yeah, that's what they say.
My danger is I slip into an Indian accent immediately. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll try Scottish, I'll try Cornish, American, doesn't matter.
Indian accent. Indian. Yeah, so genuine shell cordovan is the one that if people who are like strop aficionados, because those people exist, they will say that is the best leather they've used for it because it's like super dense, it holds its shape really well, it's really smooth in action, and it just holds like grain or grit really nicely. So I bought, shall I get it?
Go on it.
Yeah.
Go get it. Treat everyone to a bit of horse ass.
A little bit of horse ass.
Hey Anil, I didn't do the accent. Thank you. Graham, Voyager 1 has already left the solar system. True, but we're thinking like the entire population leaving the solar system.
Right, let's do a little quiz.
Chinese will do that first.
We'll give people a minute or so. Guess how much
Okay.
this bum cost. This bum cheek. You can send it in. What a pound is? What is it? What's the conversion rate to the US these days?
GBP to USD. It is £1.33.
£1.
Sorry, $1.33 per pound.
Okay, so how much did this bum cheek cost? Horween USA.
Wait, what are we asking for? In pounds or US?
Pounds.
Pounds,
please. I need to double check. Little quiz.
Well, you have.
Whoever gets closest gets the butt. No, you don't.
No, you don't. he doesn't have the authority to give it away.
What's better, I've just realised, is I've bought horse ass from aacrack.com.
That's going to have to be in the marketing, isn't it?
That is unfortunate.
Educated Numpty's in with £120. Stuffed by Neil Smith is in with £500. Anil, £300, playing it safe.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Yeah, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
£288.29 Great British pounds for this bum cheek. Just one bum cheek.
One bum cheek. And what this has informed us is Anil is an expert in horse ass. Absolute expert.
It's a lovely bum cheek, I have to say. Really, if my bum cheek looked like that, there is a few stretch marks in it. But if my bum cheek looked like that,
I was gonna.
There's a stain there. That looks like mine.
Yeah, I was going to say the stretch marks. You've probably already got too. Have you got your tramp stamps on there?
My tramp stamp is there. Yeah. It's yeah. So that is the leather that people say is the best thing for strops. I have to say, upon brushing this bum cheek, it is very nice.
Yeah, I just brushed your bum cheek. Yeah,
it's lovely. But we're not entirely sure on the yield of this entire thing because trying to get a rectangular shape.
Can we make them thinner?
Yeah.
Why do you need so much? Oh, planes. Damn it.
There you go. Trying to get those out of this is tricky enough because also not every bum cheek is the same, as Anil will know. But
that's a clip.
But also it slightly tapers in thickness in certain points. Like that's basically what it said on the website. So like this bit up here looks about 3 mil and certain bits on the edge look about 2. So not that that's an issue, but you just want to make sure that each rectangle we get is consistent. We don't want one side of it to be 3 and one side of it to be 2. So we'll see what the yield is. But yeah, £288 for that bum cheek. It'll be mounted to a quarter sawn oak base with a neoprene non-slip base on it. Diamond compound that we need to experiment with and buy the diamonds. We're going to need to buy a bucket of diamonds that cost over £1,000 because we're buying quality diamonds.
We are.
Ones that have been like well, they're actually quality rather than the ones that you can just get on Amazon that are actually a bit of a mixture of microns. When you start getting down to like your 1 micron diamonds or half micron, there's a lot of reviews in these strop aficionado forum things where they say that those are actually not very good and they get inconsistent grit sizes from them.
We're getting them from a science website.
Well, it actually is, yeah. It's a website called Purion.
Turns out diamond is expensive. Who knew?
Diamond's really expensive. We're going for monocrystalline. Monocrystalline? Yeah, I think.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, we're going for that. Because apparently polycrystalline is better, because polycrystalline, I've done a lot here.
He's learned.
Polycrystalline diamonds, they're those ones that break down and create more cutting surfaces over time.
Okay.
You heard of that before? Like how grits degrade, yeah? So polycrystalline diamonds do that. They break down and they create more sharp edges, so they last longer and whatever. In theory, that would be the best one to go for. But when you're working on strops, you're not actually creating enough pressure between the blade and the strop to actually break the diamonds. So you're spending a shit ton more money on a diamond that isn't actually breaking down whatsoever. So it's actually better to go for mono. Polycrystalline is better for like industrial processes where you've got like metal on metal.
Crushing.
Yeah, but for strops, it's just not going to do anything. It's very interesting reading up on all this. So yeah, super high quality monocrystalline diamonds is what we're going for instead of poly. With bum. Absolutely. Educated Numpty says, are you sure that's horse and not just for throwaway from some American having skin reduction surgery? I think it'd be much bigger than that.
Yeah, and there'd be more stretch marks.
That's true.
This is from a toned horse. It is, yeah. And if it was from a UK reduction, it would have way more tramp stamps on it. Yeah. And cigarette burns. Hair. Yeah. It turns out it was a bald horse. It looked like a flat pork scratching. Oh. It's been dropped on a hairdresser's floor. Just crevices. Yeah, it's quite fun. It's a shame we haven't been able to actually make one yet. Because we can't afford the wood, because I spent it all on skin. But yeah. No, we can afford the wood, we can't afford diamond. Wood we can afford. The wood we can just about afford. Yeah. Oh, right. Logic Weaver finally says, the trend paste will dry out in its container over time. Something to think about. The what paste? The trend paste will dry out in its container over time. The trend. That's something to think about. Oh, the polishing. But yeah, I think so. I'm potentially with the paste. I'm either going to do a paste or a suspension spray kind of thing that you just have to shake. It's like an alcohol spray. So it sprays the diamond onto the strop and very evenly, and then evaporates out. I'm going to do tests with both because I've only ever used paste and it works quite nicely. But a lot of experienced people say that the spray works much better because it goes further and you get a more even. Do you reckon you can get like little jars that like if you were going for the paste, but like you screw the lid on and like there's like a reverse plunger to like remove air, like create a vacuum in your little... Probably, but do syringes not do that anyway? Oh, I guess a syringe would do that. Yeah. So you would sell the paste in a syringe? Yeah. So, most likely. Right, okay. Yeah, sell it in a syringe, or the other one's in like a little spritz bottle, like a small perfume thing. I'll do tests with both. I don't quite know what I'm going to do. No. But horse bum. Bit of horse bum. Right. Yeah. Well, I think that just about wraps up, really, doesn't it? I've got to go. Yeah. Ditto. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for being here so last minute as well. As ever. Yeah. We try and be on top of it, but you know, it's busy. It's difficult. It's busy. Can't use that excuse every week, but it's true. It's busy. But yeah, keep an eye out. We'll have the picture framing video out hopefully next week. It's quite a good one. And there will be another video at the end of the month. Well, that might be on. Well, yeah, we know that one because that'll be your house thingy. Yeah, that'll be somewhat minor carpentry, God forbid. Yeah, and maybe Freud coffee table, perhaps. Maybe, yeah. Maybe, don't know. Oh, and there might even be Matt Esley 2 behind the scenes getting the extractor plumbed in. That's true. That would be good. The new Laguna P-Flux 3. Oh yeah. Neil said, "Thanks for turning up." Pleasure. We try our best. We do try our best. Yes, try our best. We do indeed. Right, let's head off. Have a good weekend, everyone. Indeed. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you next time. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.